Hey everybody, what's up? On this video, let's find out how you can combine SEO and PPC to promote your blog. Hey guys, what's up? Hernan Vazquez here and welcome to another video, and thank you once again for watching this video. Sorry about the delay, I've been kind of swamped to be honest, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to thank you guys and to keep adding more and more useful content and value to the channel. Okay, basically the idea of this channel is to help you guys actually reach the results that I'm getting and live so that you can live 100% full-time of your income, what you love doing, what you really like doing, which is completely possible on this day and age. All right, guys? Now, in order to do that, you need to have some strategy and you need to keep going. I'm always saying that you need to keep going and have a strategy in mind. Having said that, let's jump into today's topic, which is content marketing using SEO and PPC. I know a lot of people that come from the blogging industry, they have a blog, they write amazing content, but they do not know how to promote it, which is completely fine. And I know I've been there in the past. You know, you write this big blog post and then it takes probably a couple of months until, you know, Google ranks it or whatever. So what I want to share with you is my strategy to actually speed up the process, okay? Accelerate the process so that you can have a thriving blog and a really cool way of growing it really fast. Okay, now on this opportunity you will be using two traffic sources. Okay, one is short-term, which you could be using pretty much always. Okay, so it's not short-term, but I would say the traffic is short-term, but the strategy is permanent, which is Facebook ads, of course, PPC. And number two is SEO. Okay, now when you're combining the two, you are in for a treat because you're combining the short-term power and the, I would say, inexpensive approach of Facebook advertising with the power of SEO for the long term. The reality is that a lot of bloggers use one or the other, and here we're not talking about either or, but rather and everything. Okay, that's how you really explode your blog. So, number one, what kind of articles to write? That you potentially have a cover, but in case you don't, I have this question over and over again. In terms of SEO, what kind of articles should I write? Should I write one keyword per article? Should I go for 500 keywords, 500 words articles, etc.? And the reality is that the algorithm has changed a lot over the past years, and you need to be writing these long blog posts, okay? Because there are several benefits attached to it. Let's say that you're doing the ultimate guide for taking care of your tomatoes. I'm pointing like that because I have actual tomatoes growing in my garden, which is pretty cool. So, you know, the ultimate guide to growing tomatoes. Okay, so you write that. It's a 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 word article, and that works really good. You know, you can go and check Neil Patel's website. He has these ultimate guides about on-page SEO, for example, and they work really well for him. So let's say that you do that. Now the reality is that instead of doing for a lot of little articles of 500 words, 600 words, aiming to different keywords, the best way to go is to do this big article, the ultimate guide, because in that article you can target many long tails. In fact, there will be a bunch of long tails that you're not even aware there exists. Okay, so you will write this long blog post with a lot of long tails in it for, you know, to discover long tails and to actually track the performance of that blog post. You can use something like SEMrush. Okay, I'm gonna leave a link below so that you can sign up. It's my go-to tool for pretty much anything related to content marketing, and there's a bunch of case studies when people are actually inputting their content into SEMrush and they're using SEMrush ideas to actually output into the article. Okay, so if you find new long tails that you could add, then you go ahead and add them and you could be ranking to those. There are a bunch of long tails like 20 searches per month or 50 searches per month or maybe 100 searches per month. They're not worth your time optimizing or writing just one article, okay? That's why I'm saying that you need to put them into that long article. So besides the long tail effect and the SEO benefits, those articles are really, really helpful. Okay, so people share it, people tweet it, people, they link back to it, so you will gain natural links to that, which is the main point of SEO. Okay, but again, that takes time. So how do you solve the time issue? Well, that's where Facebook PPC comes into play. I love Facebook. The fact that Facebook is favoring more and more ungated content. By ungated content, I mean content that is not behind a gate, or that is not behind an opt-in, that is not behind, some kind of lockdown. Ungated content is free for all content, okay? So when you have this big article, what you want to do is to set up a Facebook campaign. It can be a $5 a day Facebook campaign, and you can do basically two types of campaign. Number one, if you're new to this, the campaign that I would recommend is an engagement, okay? A PPE or a paper engagement campaign. That way, your article and your post on Facebook will get shares, will get likes, will get comments, etc., etc. It's what's known as boost to post, okay? So you will post on your page, on your Facebook page, and you will boost it. Simple as that, nothing fancy, nothing complicated, okay? That's number one. Number two, the other kind of campaign that you can actually build is the clicks campaign, okay? Clicks to website or traffic, right now how Facebook calls it, okay? So that's number two campaign that you can build. Combining the two, a PPE campaign with a PPC campaign, a pay-per-click campaign, it can actually help you bring in a lot of traffic, and not only paid traffic to your post, but also organic traffic based on engagement, based on the targeting that you're doing. For growing tomatoes, you can aim to people that love being vegetarian, or that love, gardening, or that love having their own vegetables, growing their vegetables, etc., etc. So there's a bunch of things that you can do with this. Now, some additional pieces of advice, if you would, for that content is that, number one, you start collecting emails from day one. That's super important. It can be a PDF attached to that big long blog post that you made, okay? You can have like 10 ways of growing tomatoes faster and share another 5 on a PDF that they need to opt in to download, okay? So start doing that from day one. That's super, super important, because again, your list is your own. Nobody can take it away from you, and you become your own traffic broker, okay? I've talked a little bit about that on past videos. So that's why it's really important that you start collecting emails right away, number one. Number two is that you install the retargeting pixel on your website. I'm gonna leave a link below or somewhere around here so that you can check out how to install the new Facebook pixel on your website. And it's super important, because the minute you start promoting on Facebook, you may actually want to do a retargeting campaign after the fact they have visited, okay? So you will be collecting a lot of people on your retargeting list that you can later serve ads to with, for example, the 5 extra ways of growing tomatoes faster, or the PDF, or the upgraded content, as it's called, okay? So basically, that's how you set up the entire content marketing campaign. Number one, remember that long blog posts are usually better than short blog posts because of long tails, because of virality. You can also make a video, transcribe it, so you will have a video on top. You can insert tweets. You can link out to authority sources, which is super important. I'm also going to leave a link below so that you can check out my step-by-step guide on how to create an epic blog post in terms of SEO and how to optimize it. That's going to be in the description somewhere. So number one. Number two, you can start a PPE, a boost to post campaign, basically, and then you can start a click campaign on Facebook. Again, this doesn't have to be super expensive for you. It can be $2-3 a day, whatever your budget is, but it's really important that you do this with every post. That's why I'm saying that you would rather spend your time creating and crafting these big blog posts, because if you have 50 blog posts and you need to start promoting them all on Facebook, it can get pricey really fast, okay? And remember to collect emails, to install your retargeting pixel, then you can make a retargeting campaign. And Facebook will basically give signals to Google that people are actually sharing your content, they are going through your other content, they are clicking through, they're actually spending time reading your stuff, etc., etc. And that's really good for SEO. Okay, so when SEO kicks in, you can actually kill the Facebook campaign and start promoting another blog post and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's basically how you combine SEO and a Facebook PPC for content marketing. I think that this is one of the best strategies that you can use right now to grow your blog faster and not to depend on one way of promoting it or the other. All right, guys? So thank you once again for watching. If you're a blogger, if you have comments, if you have strategies that I haven't shared so far, please drop them in the comments below, okay? I'd be really interested to see what you have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.